epicleaks.com.
Okay, now this is epic.
epicleaks.com.
It's just some racist shit right before the interview. Oh shit. Yeah, we got Soda Boy in the Twitch. Let's turn up. Drop some W's in the chat. Drop some W's in the chat for little Soda Boy.
W's every best facts. So what y'all doing? How's y'all eating? You said you were listening to some tracks. Which one?
Hold up. Let me turn up your mic real quick so we can hear you. All right, keep talking.
You said you were listening to some tracks. Which ones?
Yeah, I got a playlist for the stream. Let me pull it up real quick. We were watching the Nightmares music video. Fire. Let me see what else we were watching.
I wish that video was still on YouTube.
What you say?
I wish that video was still on YouTube.
I got it right here though. Oh, you mean on your YouTube?
No, on the story, because he took down all the songs that I had up there.
Damn, what happened? Who took it down?
A story had like a bunch of music videos of mine uploaded on his channel.
Why did they put on your videos, bro?
I don't know, dude. Because I messaged him about it, and like he didn't message me back. And it was odd because like the last message that he had sent me before like taking them down was like I had posted some sad thing or something, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, bro."
Yo, my bad, bro. You're cutting out bad.
A whole like motivational ass paragraph and then like I don't fuck here. Let me try to walk around the walk on the street, try to get some better service.
Yeah, try and get some good service.
My phone service kind of sucks.
No, it's straight. It's fine. But yeah, do you got like some Wi-Fi or something you can connect to?
Nah.
You're good. You're good right now. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I was just gonna walk around a little bit because it's low key better. Because sometimes there's like certain spots where it's like shitty, but if you move around, it's usually a little better.
Yeah, it looks good right now, bro. Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, that was really sad because those videos had like, I don't know, many hundreds of thousands of views. I feel like collectively they probably had like at least 2 million. So
Damn.
which is kind of sad,
Yeah, that is
because
sad, bro.
it's not like I don't really care
Yeah.
about too much like oh like the flex or whatever. But it was nice to be able to go like read the comments, because there's like 400, 500, 600 comments on some of them. But
That's actually sick.
yeah, but you know what? The way I look at it, it's just like kind of like fresh start, because like that it was a lot of like there were a lot of videos like so now that they're gone, I guess like I don't know, a positive spin on it is kind of like I can start fresh artistically, because I do like doing that.
Yeah,
When I like a long
do you make
time
your own
ago, like
videos?
when yeah, for the most part, like maybe half the time, a little more than that. You can look in the description. Usually, if I didn't make it, I'll say it. But um, basically, like I like I've deleted all my music and stuff and tried to start over before, like back in 2016. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta get my portable charger. Just 2 seconds. Hold on.
All right, bro
My
need
phone's
his
gonna die.
charger. That's fine. We got little soda boy in here. Turn up. Drop some W's in the chat.
My bad.
All right, you're
I just
straight,
had
bro.
to fucking. My shit was about to die. But yeah.
All right, you want to
So
get to some?
give me some questions. You said you got
Yeah,
some
let's
good
do it. It's
questions.
time for the Q&A.
All right.
It's time for the
Q&A
Lil
time.
Soda Boy interview.
Epic interview. So boy, little so
Yeah,
boy time.
it's Lil Soda Boy time. So where did
Yes.
you grow up, bro?
I grew up in Seattle. I was I had a my parents had a house in a neighborhood called Fremont, which is like northern Seattle. And after that, they split up, and so my parents both moved to Ballard, which is another neighborhood in Seattle. And then it was like that for a while until when I was 18, I moved out and moved to Los Angeles. So Seattle born and raised, pretty much.
Bro, I had no idea you moved to Los Angeles. Can you tell me more about that? Like what happened? How did you save up money to do that?
Yeah, well, I actually I didn't end up paying to go. What happened was there's this. If anyone's familiar with, it's a small Portland-based brand like clothing, Stacy House. They're not super active these days, but like back in 2018, like Travis Scott was wearing their stuff and Black Bear, and they had a lot of attention. So they wanted to go down to LA, and I was really close with because it was just like two guys at the time. I'm pretty sure it still is. And so they were gonna go down to LA actually to mostly to link up with little Aaron. And I had been talking to Aaron a lot at the time, like over Instagram and FaceTime and stuff. So I was like, oh, cool, an opportunity to go visit. Like at first, I didn't intend on moving. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go to LA. I've never been to LA, and I just had this idea in my head. I mean, it's not really an idea. I mean, that's kind of how it is. But just LA is where everyone's making music and da da da, and the scene and blah blah blah. But so I went down with them, and they drove, and it took a really long fucking time. It was like 17-hour drive or something. Even though it was just one state over. We drove from Oregon, but it was just annoying. But I wasn't driving. But then I, I lived there for about 2 years for 2020. But yeah, I didn't really have to spend any money on a plane ticket or anything. I kind of just like hitched a ride with them. But that was the funny part, was that I didn't intend to stay, and eventually, like, Aaron was like really gracious about letting me stay at his place, and he kind of just told me I could, stay there and work on music and get some roots in LA. So I took him up on that, and stayed with him in a house. There were a couple other people. Cyberspace. I don't know if you know a little cyberspace. We did that Love 2000 tape, uh, and it was a good time. I mean, I look back. I look back on moving. It was certainly different. I learned a lot.
Bro, I love Los Angeles. Where in Los Angeles were you?
I Lil Aaron had a house I was staying at that was right on Melrose. Where Pink
Hold up, you just broke
Hot
up for a second. You said
Dogs
you
is,
had a place on
like
Melrose.
yeah, yeah. You know where Pink's Hot Dogs is?
That sounds familiar, but nah. But I do know Melrose. Like
It's
I
on
love
Melrose
Melrose.
and La Brea. It's like it's on Melrose and La Brea. It's by like the Chipotle. Anyway, that's where the house was.
Right.
So right in the middle of West Hollywood.
That's sick, bro. I love it there. The style is
Yeah,
crazy. There's tons of people to
pretty
meet.
pretty cool. I got mixed feelings about it.
So when you were in LA, did you meet anyone cool? Besides the people that you mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, I met a lot of people in LA. I met Lil Narnia, and that's somebody who I still am really close with and still talk to a lot. So that was good. Um, I met my girlfriend, and even though we broke up, that was pretty sick. I mean, I don't regret it. I met Black Bear. That was cool. I don't know. I met a lot of people. I don't really like. It's more just like life.
Yeah.
I saw
Wait.
Post Malone once
Oh, you
at
saw Post
at the
Malone?
Rainbow Room,
That's
but I
sick.
didn't. I was too nervous to go up and talk to him.
The
But I
same
know
thing.
Post Malone. I know for a fact that Post Malone knows my music, because one time my homie was on a phone call with his sneaker plug or whatever, and didn't know that he also sold him shoes. And my music came up, and they listened to a song, and like called him back later, and then Post Malone was like really stoked on it.
Bro, that's crazy.
I don't know. He could have been capping. That's what my friend told me happened. So I was pretty
Yeah.
stoked on it.
But no, that's crazy if Post Malone really was jamming to you. That would be
I know,
sick.
right? It was that
Um
song Highways. It was when I dropped. It was the day I dropped that.
all right. So I wanted to ask some more questions. So you said, actually we're not going to get into that. How was high school for you? Did you have a lot of friends? Were you popular or was it hard?
High school. It was mostly like, because I switched schools a lot in high school, just for various reasons. I mean, I did really bad in school in general. Like, I got really poor marks. I never graduated. So, and I don't even think I got like junior. I don't even think I completed my junior year credits, honestly. But I just didn't have a lot of friends. I had some friends at certain schools, because like I went to one school for the first year of high school, which was like, it was kind of like an alternative school. It was kind of like if a liberal arts college was a high school. It's called the Center School, and it was like if you know where the Space Needle is in Seattle, it was like inside of the like food court there. It was really weird. It was a really odd school.
Wait, it
But
was inside the needle?
it wasn't inside of the Space Needle, but it was inside of the food court that was next to the Space Needle. So it was pretty much right there.
Okay, that's still
Which is
sick.
weird. Like, who the fuck goes to school inside of a food court? Like,
Yeah.
there's like a Starbucks right there.
I didn't
But
even. Okay.
there, everybody at like all the teachers at that school were like just super like, I don't know. It was all really arts based, and then they were like very political. But and then I moved schools to a school that was closer to my house, which was Valley High, and that was where most people in the area that I lived went to high school, and that was okay. I think that's where I started getting into clothes. Like I started seeing everyone wear polo, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get some polo." You know, that was like the first time I like saw like a brand that people were wearing. It's like, oh, like you're not cool unless you have fucking, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Unless you have a fucking little horse on your shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I like kind of the thing about my social life during high school and before that is that I never really fully ingratiated myself into like a friend group, not for lack of trying, but just because like I don't know, I felt like even through people that were my friends, I always kind of feel like I never really got like accepted into the fold, you know, and maybe that's partially because I was so insecure about it. I would like manifest it, you know, because I would think about it a lot. But like I don't know, it just seemed to like ritualistically, I would join some friend group, and then you know maybe they would think I was kind of interesting or whatever, but they would never like you know want to be around me enough to like invite me to the stuff that everyone else would get invited in, etc. So I just kind of throughout high school, and I was too. I was like, these days I'm like super like I don't even talk to girls like that. Not like I don't want to, but just like I don't know. Not like I have high standards or anything like that, but I'm just saying like I'm not like going out and like fucking like downloading Tinder like I did when I was like, you know, 16, 17 and trying to like screw anything that walks. So it was kind of like a gross time period for me. And then also I was doing a lot of Zans when I got into like junior year and like senior year. So I'd say it wasn't like I had like a terrible high school experience. It wasn't like, you know, I didn't get bullied or anything, but I'd say I was very alienated and I got terrible, terrible marks in school and I did a lot of drugs.
Right. What year did you graduate?
I didn't graduate. I never graduated.
What year would you have graduated?
20. Fuck, I have no idea. 2017 or 2018, I think.
I'm just asking because I remember when I was in high school, I used to jam out to your music, and I Snapchatted you a few times.
Oh, word. When was that?
It was mad long ago, bro. I would send you like me, like listening to your
Well,
music.
how old are you?
It was like junior year high school.
No, how old are you?
How old am I? 25. So like
Okay, yeah. So I'm only like a few years older than me. So then, I mean, you're only a few years older than me. So if you were in junior
junior.
year, I was probably in like freshman year.
Okay, yeah, something like that. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe even in middle school. But
I also wanted to
because I,
ask. I do remember that girl that you were with.
yeah,
Do you want to talk more about that, or is that like nah?
yeah. I mean, I don't care if I don't answer a question. I'll just,
Um, you said nah.
I said, yeah. I don't care if I don't want to answer a question. I'll just say no. Like
Oh,
you don't
okay,
have
okay.
to.
I thought you were like nah. Okay. Well, how did you meet her?
Just like the internet, like We were in like an Instagram group chat.
You were in the same group chat,
Yeah,
and then
it was like
you found out she lived near you,
bunch
or
of
you had to like, what happened?
nah. She lived in California, but we started talking. She like invited me to come hang out, so I flew out there.
Mm. That's sick.
It was pretty sick.
Yeah. How long did y'all go out?
Uh, like a year and a few months.
Wow, that's a good chunk of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I just
much like pretty much like I want to say no, September 2019. Yeah, that was, and then like we broke up around like October or something like that. I forget.
what happened? Why y'all break up?
To keep it real, I was getting kind of fucked up, but it was a lot. It was kind of complicated, but mostly it stemmed from
Yeah,
I was doing drugs and shit that I said I was gonna stop doing. So
yeah.
I'm just glad I'm sober now. I've been sober
Oh shit,
off
you're
opiates
sober.
for like, I mean, not like I still smoke weed, but
Yeah.
I haven't done opiates besides like a relapse here and there for like 8 months. I mean, I haven't relapsed in a while, but you know what I mean. I'm just trying to be honest, But
Yeah. Have you done
yeah,
psychedelics?
it was pretty shitty. What?
Have you done psychedelics?
Yeah, I did a lot of acid. Like when I was like 15, 16, because I sold it. I sold acid at my high school. Uh, and it was actually pretty crazy because I had a plug who I don't know how true this was, but I think they had something to do with the Grateful Dead. And I wouldn't have believed it except for dude was like super odd. He was just like
Hmm.
super. He reminded me of like Gus from like Breaking Bad.
Right.
He literally was like he wore like a suit and shit when he would like meet up with my homie that used to get from him, and he would like have his shit in like a briefcase. Like this shit was ridiculous. He literally looked like fucking like Hitman or something. Bald. Anyway, I did them a lot. I think I did them a little too much, to be honest, because it kind of at this point I'm kind of scared of them a little bit, just because it's like I don't know. It's like I don't feel like I have really good like mental control, because like already it's hard for me. Like I get triggered into like getting depressed pretty easily, and it's weird because it's like the way that the way that my the way that I be like dealing with my feelings and shit, not like on purpose, but it's just if one thing triggers me and then I get upset, it's like it's difficult because from the outside it'll seem like I'm just like super upset or depressed about like something that's really small or maybe not really small but just like seems like it's blown out of proportion, but really it's just even though anything could trigger it, it's like I get upset about every little thing that's like bothering me at the time, and usually I'm thinking about like six or seven, oh, there's this, I hate myself. I said this fucking stupid thing the other day, whatever. But like, so I'm kind of scared of psychedelics for that reason now, just because I feel like if I did them, I wouldn't be able to control my brain from like going into like negative spaces. But in my adolescence, I really did enjoy like experimenting with them. I can't say that I had like some like enlightening experience, like I got woke or something, but I think it did teach me a lot just about like my own brain and like thought patterns and I definitely had fun a lot of those times. But I took shrooms. That was like the first thing I did besides like like weed, and then I took some pills because I found it's kind of sad, but like I the first time I took opiates, I found like a full script of Norcs, when of like Norcos when I was like, I want to say like 13, 14. I just did the whole thing in like a month. But then after that, then I did shrooms like a year or two later, and it was really funny. Like I think I just like I most of the time I just laughed. Like everything just seemed really funny. And then I went to Brookstone, you know, that store that has the massage chairs at the mall, and I
Yeah.
was in the fucking I was in the Brookstone massage chair just like laughing like uncontrollably, and people were like looking at me weird. I
Yeah.
didn't even think they wanted to tell me to like leave because they thought something was wrong with me.
Bro, that's hilarious. Did you ever have a bad trip?
Uh, I can't say I ever had like a bad trip, like super negative experience, but there was one time where have you ever because you know there's like acid, but then you know how there's that embohm shit, right? Like 25I, 25C, like it's
Right.
basically
No, I know what it
it's
is.
like
I
it's synthesized and they change it,
yeah.
and so it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was taking it a lot and smelling it because I thought it was acid, just because I wasn't informed on the fact that acid doesn't have a taste, you know, and the shit tasted disgusting. So that should have been the first clue. But basically, I had a friend. This guy was a fucking trip. It was like he was a Russian exchange student, so he's from Russia, and he his parents were very often not home, so he would like bring people over to his house a lot, and like just like hella people, like bring like 10 people and like have a party or some shit. And he had hella guns, which was weird, but he was like Russian, so it was like a different cultural thing. And then he was always like, you know, just doing weird shit, like saying out of pocket shit, but then you know, like when somebody like called him out on it, he would just get like hell scared. And then he would call me up and be like, "Hey, bro, I have some like lean to pour up." And then I go to his house and it'd be like fucking like 5% codeine, like alcohol phosphate. Like he was so weird. But I went over to his house one time and I was like tripping on that shit. And he wasn't. He was drunk, which is already, you know how that's like how it's weird to be like when you're tripping, you want to be around other people who are tripping.
Yeah.
And so like that's the complete opposite. Like not only is like the person not just normal, they're like impaired, they're like retarded, and you're on like some like, you know, different level of existence. Anyway, and so he lived, like I said, he lived with his parents, and so the whole time he wanted me to like be quiet, so I didn't wake up his dad or whatever. And then fucking the dude has chickens, so he goes in his backyard and he like brings in this like it looks like to me because I'm tripping super hard like it's super slimy, but it was probably just like sweaty. You know how chickens have they can get like really their feathers can get really shiny and like oily and gross.
Yeah.
So it was like just super fucking. This he brings this slimy chicken indoors and it starts like flapping around, and he's like drunk too, and he's like looking for something, and he like lifts up the bed and like drops the bed and it makes a huge ass noise. And his name was Abe. So out of nowhere, I hear his dad's voice and he's got like a Russian accent. He's like, Abraham. And then fucking like the dude's like, oh shit. And literally, like, I was tripping. I feel like it took me like 0.1 seconds just to like be like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here, grab all my shit, like jump out the window, like run down the street. And then I just went home. And so it was fine, but like that shit just makes everything feel weird. Like I don't know. I was like when I was walking home, I was just like walking down the street, like talking in tongues and shit. I was
Damn.
ecstatic. I was in a great mood because fucking that dude's Russian father didn't fucking beat me up. But
Yeah.
it was definitely a weird experience.
Yeah. Psychedelics are pretty crazy, bro. Um.
Yeah, especially research camps.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're insane. I think I accidentally did that a couple times. But
I mean, they're not all bad. There's
right, yeah.
I had some like disochloroketamine when I was in high school, my homie bought a brick of that shit, and that shit was so good.
That shit
That
was
shit was like
fire.
better than regular ketamine.
Bet. So listen, what I wanted to ask next is when you first started making music, like very first downloaded something to make music on, what were you making?
So, well, the thing was is that I started making like, you know what like YouTube poops are?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like I started doing like YTPMV, which was like YouTube poop music video, and I had Sony Vegas, which was just kind of like what everybody in that community used to edit videos and stuff and make those. So I would make them like with video clips of myself or like memes and stuff like that, and then just like use the pitch shifter to make it into melodies and like EQ it to make the drums and stuff like that, like bring up the bass and like somebody saying like a consonant hella hard and turn it into a kick. But after that I kind of like started experimenting with like doing those but without the video aspect because I would just get lazy and I would want to do like a composition, but the video is the hardest part because like people would sometimes it would be really basic, like just like squares, and every time the video clip would play with the audio, it would be like flash on the screen. But some people did crazy shit like, masking out the entire thing and green screen and like After Effects motion and stuff. So I wanted to get good like that, but eventually, because I figured out how hard it was, I started going more into the music direction of things. And then I kind of started, I was really into, there's a guy who goes by the name of Bearvaf, Baervaf. I was a really big fan of his music at the time. So I kind of really wanted to like make something like that. And he was doing a lot of like lo-fi stuff with like chops and glitch and editing and like really sample heavy, but like sample heavy in a way that was like really glitchy and kind of weird. And I was taking Ritalin at the time because when I first started making music, I was on a Ritalin prescription because my school gave me the meds for like a year, but it like permanently fucked up my digestive system. I had to stop taking that shit. But yeah, I was making lo-fi stuff, and I had a lot of different names. Like I started as Pepper Starsky, and then it was Space Duck, and then How About Filet, and then I think Eric Butter came after that, and then just started making. I started singing and stuff, and well, I started rapping first, and then I started singing.
Okay. That's pretty crazy. Um
Thanks.
so you know how when you post on Instagram or post really anything with your face on it, you have that filter on?
What filter?
The face filter.
Oh,
What
yeah.
app
What about it?
what app is that? Cuz I do the same thing.
I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. Um All right, I'm just looking through my questions. We already went through a lot of stuff, so I'm just looking for new shit. So in the music video Demon, you had a gun. Was that a real gun?
Yeah, but it wasn't mine. It was Lil Presley's, the producer.
Okay.
He
That's
was
fire.
nice for letting me use it for the video, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that shit was clean.
Boy
Like
say
I saw
strap.
what were you saying?
Same boy say strap. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's really
Facts.
like, he's one of the realest motherfuckers I know. Fucking Lil Presley. He's so ducked too. Like I don't even think he produces for anyone right now. Besides, sometimes he sends me beats. But he's always just been like my little secret weapon and shit. Like he sleeps on himself because I don't think he like really understands how fire he is. Some people are like that. Some people got a big ego and they're like, "Oh, I'm the shit," and the stuff's not even that good. But some people are just like, "Oh yeah, like I don't know, this beat fucking sucks," and it's like the best shit you ever heard. Like
All right. Um. So, can you tell us more about Lil U and Lil Kirby?
Uh, they're both from Korea. Um, Lil Yu is I've known him longer. I met him in LA a while ago, but Lil Kirby, I actually met him because he came and stayed at my house. But I guess I met them both because I was living in Korea for like 6 months in 2020. So I didn't meet them both there. Although I did see I did see Lil Yu a lot in Korea. He was the one that pretty much helped me be able to like go there and visit and make music and stuff. So I'm really grateful for that.
Bro, that's
But yeah,
crazy.
they're both really talented.
Yeah.
Me and little Kirby have a tape coming out called Swag World that is really fire.
Bro, you've
Because we
been
already have that CO2 Angel that just came out, but that tape was actually out of the recording sessions that we did for that. It was like split in half. It was only half of the stuff we made, so this is basically like the other half plus some other songs.
bet. Can't wait to listen, bro.
Hell yeah.
So my next question is, what was Capo XXO talking about, bro? Because he totally called you out. He was like, "Fuck Lil Soda Boy."
Man, I don't have anything against Capo, but I don't know. He likes to like be very public with who he likes and who he doesn't like. But I know that like there's a lot of speculation, you know, what I think about Kappa or whatever, but I honestly don't even like I don't have anything against him. Like I know he would probably say like in an interview, like fuck you like a million more times, but like I don't know. I'm just not the type of person to like talk shit about somebody like in a public forum. Not that I'm saying not that I'm saying that that's like messed up or something, but I don't know. It's just not me.
Right. All right. So my next question: who would you want to work with, or who like in the underground, or I guess in our little circle of people, would you want to work with next? Who you haven't worked with before?
That's a oh, what? Okay. That's a really good question. Hmm. I want to say I really want gosh, what's his name? I always forget it. Everybody's name is like just a combination of like numbers and letters, but D1V.
Oh
He
shit!
is super sick, and he he wants to work. I know he wants to work, but I just we never he never sent me back the open I sent him. So if he sees this, hop on the open. That shit's fire. And who else? Uh
Yeah, shout out D1V though.
yeah, shout out to UNV. He's really sick. Um um I said Joey because me and Joey are like friends, obviously, but we just haven't made a song yet. He keeps telling me he moved into this apartment that has hella reverb, so I can't record. But I'm just like, bro, just go to somebody's house, like
Damn.
go in the bathroom. I don't
What
know.
the? Yeah. Damn.
But no, that's it'll happen. It'll happen
Yeah,
when we
it'll
make a
happen for
track. It's
sure.
gonna be super legendary. Oh, and then me and DJ Smokey are working on things. We're in talks about making a track. So
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, DJ
yeah,
Smokey.
shout out Smokey, man.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out Smokey for real,
Nuke Radio, man.
for
Shout
sure.
out all that shit.
Um, so if you could work with anyone, like literally anyone, who would you work with?
I really would want to work with James Blake. I think that would be really fire because I think he's super sick. Oh, I really want to work with Remy Wolf. I just found her music and it's so fucking good. That's my answer.
All right, shout out
He's
Remy
super sick.
Wolf.
Facts. That song Michael goes crazy. All right,
Okay.
anything? You can ask like 2 more questions and then I gotta go.
Yeah. Um. So these lately you've been dropping these live videos where you sing, bro. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful to
Thank
me.
you. I
Uh.
was really inspired by NBA YoungBoy because he did the same thing when he was on house arrest. He did like a little video rapping into the mic, like a live performance on a release track.
Right. Right. Yeah. I think it's sick, bro. Like I feel like the songs you chose are really good songs too. Who
Thanks. More to
shot that and
come.
like who
More to
edited
come.
it?
I edited it. A couple people held the camera, but I mostly like creative directed and like cut them together. But they were shot at Liquid Smoke Studios in Eugene. He's really dope. He's been probably like the only homie that I have out here in Oregon, like in real life, that I've been kicking it with, besides Deep Love Lights. But they're both friends. He's who I threw the show Epic Radio Live #1 in Eugene last month. That was a really cool show. So hopefully this Epic Radio Live #2. That would be really sick.
Right. Right. All right, bro. Listen, you said you wanted to play some Unreleased.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll send you. I gotta go, but I'm gonna send you the links. How's that? And then you play it for the Twitch. Is that cool?
Yeah, for sure.
I got some crazy shit.
Bet.
I'll send you this track, and then I actually got another track with David Shoddy that I want to preview.
The way that it
Because this shit
is,
is
the way that it
crazy.
was.
Yes, and then this is David Shoddy.
And
But
that's
all
the
right,
one.
man.
David Shoddy.
I really appreciate you. Thank you for having me on here and shit. And I hope everyone enjoyed the interview.
Yeah, man. We'll talk for sure.
Yeah, much love, bro. Peace out.
Yeah, bro. All right, y'all. You all heard it first. Lil Soda Boy does not want beef with Capo.
You're a fucking slag if you don't fuck with Epic Department.
Should I leak this shit? I know he didn't have a single fan in here. That's fine. This shit is hard. Oh yeah, this is Soda Boy Unreleased. Yeah, just leak it right now. Let's hear the David Shoddy one. I'm super excited for this, actually.
EpicLeaks.com.
You know we gotta get. I'm not sure who stole from Capo's mom's house. To be honest, I wasn't like super. I was kind of ADD that whole time when Capo was talking. Like what the fuck? But forget about it. All right, guys. Have a good night.